Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing out there? Oh, yes, that's how you wake up. Now, we've got the second annual Columbia University School of Professional Studies Career Week upon us. And we've got an unbelievable lineup of guest speakers and panelists today. And your friends and family are watching from around the world via Facebook, so they need to hear you. So let me ask you once again, how's everybody doing out here? Oh my God, that's unbelievable. Thank you. So my name is Greg Costanzo. I'm the Associate Director of Industry Relations in the Career Design Lab team. But before I proceed, I want to give a special thanks to all the people that have made this Career Week possible. First, starting with our Dean's Office in the School of Professional Studies. Without their vision, their leadership and support, none of this would be possible. Additionally, our Student Affairs Division in the School of Professional Studies has sent a fleet of volunteers to help us out and make sure many of our programs throughout the week are running smoothly. And a genuine thank you to the Career Design Lab team. This is a growing and talented group of career services professionals who have planned and executed nearly every one of our panels, workshops, and recruiting events. And for those who I've just mentioned, please, if you wouldn't mind standing up and just acknowledging yourselves so we can give you a nice round of applause. Thank you. But before I proceed, I want to bring attention to the tragedy that occurred in a high school in Florida yesterday. A senseless and horrific act occurred in a community of learning, a community where people are meant to and expect to feel safe and protected. And this event changed the lives of many people forever. And the theme for today is social media. And I can't but help think of how social media's presence was in play yesterday. It was a way that teenagers, it was a platform that they used to share what was happening to them, what they were experiencing, how they were feeling in real time. Videos, pictures, text, emojis, were seen posted on social media channels as the tragedy was unfolding. And whatever intentions these students had for sharing this, what is clear is that social media probably played a main, if not primary, role, a channel for students to alert the community of what was happening in their school. So I just kindly ask that we all take a moment of silence for those that fell victim to yesterday's tragedy. Thank you. So before we get on to our first guest speaker, I just want to give you an update on my own social media status. So I've been putting in a lot of work over time to strengthen my online brand. I've been blogging, I've been posting, I've been reposting, I've been liking things, I've been poking, I've been winking, I've been doing it all, but I feel that I've just been struggling lately. Yeah, and despite my best efforts, I'm at this plateau. And I don't know what to do so that I can get past and get more than 43 followers on my Instagram account. Or the gram, as the youth call it. Right? Can anybody out there, confirm that, gram? Do we have any 12 to 17-year-olds in the audience? Okay. So the question is, how do I raise my game? How do I step up my game? No suggestions? Fine. I'm just going to come out and I'm going to ask for it. Will you accept my friend request? Yes? Okay, we'll exchange information. Let me go this side of the room. Will you accept, please, my friend request? Thank you, of course. Will the Global Solutions Partner of Facebook accept my friend request? Is the Global Solutions Partner of Facebook here yet? Natalia, I think she's coming later this morning. I'll follow up with her. She's been interviewed. Okay, I could wait. All right, so you're all here because you recognize the influence that social media plays in our personal and professional lives. And you want to hear what the experts and the industry leaders have to say about how they and their organizations leverage social media to recruit talent like yourselves. You also want to learn how to distinguish yourselves online, what to do as well as what not to do. And it probably just occurred to me, guess is what not to do. If you're talking about Instagram, probably don't refer to it as the gram. Maybe Insta. Is that how it is nowadays? IG? Okay. I like IG. I'm sticking with that. So I know you're excited, as am I, to hear from our first speaker. He is somebody that I greatly admire. He's helped me in my career in innumerable ways, and he is also my direct supervisor. So Hassan, check in the mail. Hassan Akmal. He is the executive director of Industry Relations and Career Strategies here at Columbia's School of Professional Studies Career Design Lab. He is also a lecturer here at the university, and he is the founder of Invitation Relief. A little bit about Hassan. Hassan's an alumnus of Columbia University. He graduated with his master's in public health in 2004. And not too long ago, he joined the School of Professional Studies in May 2017. After a very successful career as a visionary, career thought leader, chair of career education, and director of career services at multiple locations across the United States in New York, Chicago, and LA. As a change agent, he's committed to coaching proactive career seekers who will strengthen multi-level innovation in our global marketplace. With almost 10 years of experience leading career services in several higher education institutions, he aims to foster a school and a university-wide living, celebratory career culture that's visibly vibrant, diverse, and breathes success. In 2015, Hassan pioneered a connector model based on customized connections in communities called BRIDGE, which stands for Building Relationships and Interconnectedness, directed towards graduation and educational and career pathways. He did this at Loyola University, Chicago. He also reimagined the career services model by redirecting students to interview themselves and connect their passion to purpose, crystallizing positive career outcomes and transformational trends in career development and experiential education in the process. By leveraging the career ecosystem that's readily available, Hassan believes that we can help build dreams and witness their impact on humanity. Akmal was a chief executive officer for a public benefit charity for displaced persons in health for over 10 years. Formerly, he served as a global health and career development adjunct professor, a financial advisor for UBS Financial Services, and a business development manager. Akmal was also a former professional tennis player, where he completed his undergraduate studies at UCLA, where he was a member of the top-ranked nationally men's tennis team. Later, he completed a 5-year prestigious contract as the International Right-to-Play Athlete Ambassador to the United States. He participated in a series of international ambassador trainings hosted in Toronto, Montreal, and New York, right here in Columbia University for this select group. And then later he completed his MBA in international business. So please join me in welcoming Hassan Akmal up to the stage.
Like for like. Follow for follow. Define the collective goal. Demolish the social barriers. What if you could unite the school with the power of a hashtag? What if one meetup could cause a chain of reactions that resulted in a wave of brand elevation, digital identity, self-awareness, and enlightenment? The SPS community aims to do just that, coming together for the first time in a school-wide forum to increase and improve the quality of its presence in the virtual and social space with one purpose in mind: to help learn from each other and engage one another for mutual benefit in the digital realm. Today, everybody has their own reality show, right? With this, digital identity development has become increasingly important for students as they transition to their careers. Not only that, it's changing. It's changing for employers, even in the way they post jobs. This is a job posting from Tesla. One of my former students landed this position in HR. And after she applied, while coaching her for this particular position, and this was actually based in San Francisco, if you look at the job description itself, you have responsibilities such as make the impossible possible. You have things like be a credible activist for your clients, your team, and our mission. Lead complex projects. Be a leader throughout Tesla. Speak up, exert influence to create positive change. And some of the other ones that I like, that I've read, are things like leave your ego at the door. So, as you can see, the focus is really more on the soft skills, right? So even the way that these employers are using social media to look for talent, it's changing. They're completely changing the way that they advertise for a job, hoping that this resonates with students. Love to be challenged. No, really challenged. Recognize others, and they will recognize you. Right? Think about what that says about leadership. What is your brand? How many of you in here have a branding statement on LinkedIn? Right? This is my friend Wayne Kimball. He markets himself as global innovator, people motivator, business strategist. He worked at Google. He is a strategic innovation and globalization champion with extensive corporate and nonprofit board experience. He leads and executes complex multifunctional growth strategies and critical revenue-generating initiatives across global boundaries. So think about how he's marketing himself from a global perspective. Would you hire him based on what you see so far? He's a friend of mine. Thank you, Dr. Paul Palo. Yes, absolutely. But if you see how effective his positioning is, I absolutely would hire the guy, right? Great guy, fantastic. You have to start thinking about what your brand is, and branding statements are here. So if you don't have one, you need to start thinking about what that is and how it fits into your story. Building a social media presence. Social media has provided opportunities and challenges for students and administrators as they strive to create a personal brand that is both authentic and professional. Many pieces to the puzzle, right? When it comes to your career, you're playing chess, not checkers. So thinking about how many people in here use Snapchat, right? Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. All right. We also need to share the good, the bad, the ugly of how social media can impact your career, students' future, and career aspirations, right? So social media etiquette. So we're exploring different ways to share and teach students about digital identity and how it relates to their career profile and brand. And you don't want to wait to build your identity. This is Zaki and Mafaza, right? Two Savannah cats. my little tigers at home, they have their own following on Instagram. And I'm happy to report that they have more followers than Greg Costanzo. If kids can do it, so can you.
UMePlay!
I had an idea where I said, Dad, could we make some I want to make a company called UMePlay and make some games that only work on the same screen. And my dad said yes, so we did that. That's why my dad and I made this idea where you could play together. That's why we created UMePlay. My first game is Epic Space Battles. A lot of the kids play games by themselves. That's why they could have this game where they get around the table and they play all together. You can play UMePlay games everywhere. You can play Epic Space Battles in the coffee shop. You can play Epic Space Battles at your house. You can play UMePlay at an ice cream shop. UMePlay at a restaurant. You can play Epic Space Battles in your car if your parents let you. So you and me play. That's why I call it UMePlay. Because you, that means you, and then I play. You, me, play.
UMePlay!
Go to YuMePlay.com and sign up. And then we'll email you with new games. We created this company. It is called UMePlay. Bye.
Let's give a round of applause for Zia. Zia is my nephew, right? So Zia is a co-founder of UMePlay, and he says it helped him not only become popular in school, but also raise money, which he donated to the school. So Zia already has a following, but you can kind of just see how he's using his identity as an entrepreneur to inspire other kids. So, I'll make this brief with my close. It's never too early to begin Googling yourself. Thank you.
All right, let's give Hassan, Akmal another round of applause there. There's a lot of things that we could take away from Hassan's speech, but I know what I'm taking away. It's that a 5-year-old and 2 house cats are just putting me to shame on social media. So I am very excited to bring up our next speaker here, Kamina Singh. Kamina is the founder of UPtions, and she's going to give the introduction to this morning's event. Kamina Singh started UPtions to empower job seekers with career advice and mentoring via storytelling. Prior to UPtions, she worked in business development and marketing at startups and established companies. She has a proven track record of new client acquisition and revenue generation. She also has a BS in finance and an MBA in marketing from St. John's University. A little bit about her organization, UPtions. It allows students and professionals to explore familiar and unfamiliar options for career advancement. Their unique forum reveals the real story behind the resume. The internet can tell you where someone worked, but how did they build their resume? How did their personal life impact their career? How did they choose their first job? Their mission is to foster impactful connections so that you could live your best career ever. And I just want to plug UPtions on Facebook and Twitter. Go check them out now. Like, follow. You could like and follow me at the same time. So please join me in welcoming Kamina Singh up to the stage.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for that kind introduction, Craig, my new social media friend here. So I feel very privileged to be here today. A lot of my friends are Columbia alumni, and now I can also add Columbia University to my resume for much less than they did. Sorry, Pam. So a big thank you to Hassan, Morwa, and the Career Design Lab team here at SPS for granting UPtions this opportunity. If I seem nervous, it's because I am. I like to be behind the scenes, but Hassan dragged me up here and said, #elevate your brand. So hopefully I will do that by the end of this. Like Craig said actually, my name is Kameena Singh, and I'm the founder of UPtions. I came to the US on a student visa, worked for a few years on an H-1B visa, and was sponsored for a green card. It was a long and winding road, to say the least, but very rewarding in the end. My first job out of school was at a small tech company, about 60 employees. By the time I got my green card, we were acquired, and employee growth exploded to 60,000. It was wild. This was not a job I planned for out of school. I graduated with lots of education, no real work experience, and no career plan. So I took the first well-paying job that was offered to me. After this job, I worked for a few startups. Sadly, none of them landed me on a beach permanently. Along my career path, I met and interacted with many people from a plethora of industries. Some liked their jobs, but felt they should be doing something more, something they were passionate about. Some hated their jobs, but were too nervous to quit. I'm sure some of you can relate to this. With an exception of a few, there were a lot of Sunday blues, dreading Monday mornings. This information, together with my own experience of not having a career plan when I finished school, galvanized me to start UPtions. You're probably wondering, what is UPtions? What can UPtions do for me? Why did I use a U instead of an O? Can't they spell? I am an international student, but I can't spell. So UPtions is where you go for real-life career advice from experts. Our experts, also known as our speakers, who you will meet later today, are carefully selected. They're smart, they're successful, and they're altruistic. They're people like you. They're former interns and current mentors. They are entrepreneurs, decision makers, and executives. They work at Bloomberg, they work at Deloitte, Facebook, JP Morgan, Vault, all of the companies that you want to work for. Our events at UPtions are industry agnostic. Our attendees are from various backgrounds and age groups. Our unique forum reveals the real story behind the resume. Our panel discussions allow you to explore your familiar and unfamiliar career options via storytelling by successful professionals. Stories of what challenged them in their career, what propelled them up, how did they choose their first job, why did they choose their first job, how does their life outside of work affect their career. Our goal is to create meaningful connections between you, job seekers, and trailblazers, like Kelly Zhang from Deloitte. Is Kelly here? Kelly has done a TED Talk. I want to be like that girl. We want the stories you hear to inspire you to craft or reignite your own personal career map for success. And why do we use a U instead of an O? We use a U instead of an O because, as you know, a good career can catapult you up in every facet of your life. Plus, at UPtions, we believe everyone should #HumanUp and give back to society in any small way they can. Today, Human Options is proud to collaborate with Columbia University on both panel discussions. Listen keenly and get to meet the panelists. They're super accomplished. You never know. You could meet a mentor today or get your foot in the door at a dynamic company. They've been there doing that. I know networking is daunting, but it's essential for success. I don't know anyone who likes to hang out with strangers and talk about work. So don't be nervous, don't be shy, and don't be too aggressive. Just get out there and hustle. Luckily for us, in today's world, you can network online, offline, or whenever you have time. So if you feel most confident in your Wonder Woman or Spider-Man costume, put it on, jump in front of the computer, and get networking right away. Talking about networking, online to offline, I'm thrilled to be in the same room as LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the backbone of Human Options, and that is the truth, no exaggeration, not sucking up. But I do plan to connect with Daniel to talk about future collaborations. LinkedIn is our go-to for speakers, sponsors, and attendees. It's where I met Hassan and many of today's speakers. So if you don't have a LinkedIn profile, get one. Let me say that again. If you don't have a LinkedIn profile, get one now. It's free. I leave you with a quote by Khalil Gibran. Yesterday is but today's memory, and tomorrow is today's dream. You're the future, and you have the power to make a difference in your life and in the lives of many. So be empowered, be an upstart, break your own barriers, and learn from the experts today how you can use social media wisely to make that dream your reality. And like Hassan said to me, hashtag elevate your brand, hashtag human up. I'd like to say an enormous thank you to our speakers who are graciously giving us their time and wisdom today, and to the Human Options team who always show up. Thank you very much for your time.
Let's keep that round of applause going for Kameena. Thank you. Thank you, Kameena. One step away from TED Talks.